The impact of drugs on society, health, economic stability, reproductive health, and religious values. Imagine a world where the very pillars of society begin to crumble, where the health of individuals, the strength of economies, the sanctity of family life, and the core values of faith are all under threat. This is the world we create when we allow drugs to seep into the fabric of our lives. Today, we explore the devastating effects of drug abuse on society, health, economic stability, reproductive health, and religious values. 1. The fraying of society. Drugs act as a corrosive agent, eating away at the social fabric that binds us together. When drug abuse becomes widespread, it leads to an increase in crime rates, violence, and social disorder. Families are torn apart as trust erodes, and communities are gripped by fear. The sense of unity and collective responsibility that once held people together is replaced by suspicion and isolation. The societal cost is immeasurable as the bonds that make us strong begin to unravel. The very essence of what makes a community is lost, leaving behind a void filled with mistrust and despair. The toll on health. Drugs wreak havoc on both the body and mind, leading to a host of severe health problems. Addiction destroys the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to infections and chronic diseases. The physical toll is undeniable. Skin becomes sallow, eyes hollow, and bodies frail. Mental health is equally devastated, with many users experiencing deep depression, anxiety, and even psychosis. The pursuit of the next high becomes all-consuming, often leading to fatal overdoses. As addiction takes hold, the healthcare system becomes overwhelmed, straining to cope with the growing number of cases related to drug abuse. The human body, once resilient, is left weakened and broken by the relentless grip of addiction. 3. The economic collapse. The economic impact of drug abuse is staggering and far-reaching. As addiction spreads, productivity declines. Workers become unreliable, and businesses suffer from decreased output and increased absenteeism. The cost of treating drug-related health issues, coupled with the expense of maintaining law enforcement and social services, drains public funds. This economic burden leads to higher taxes and reduced investment in critical areas like education, infrastructure, and social programs. Entire industries can collapse if the workforce is too affected by drug abuse, leading to unemployment and further economic decline. The ripple effect touches every corner of society, from small businesses to large corporations, eroding the economic foundations that support a thriving community. The impact on reproductive health. Drug abuse has a profound and tragic impact on reproductive health. For women, it can lead to complications during pregnancy, resulting in birth defects, premature births, or even miscarriages. Men may experience reduced fertility, impotence, and other sexual health issues. Children born to drug-addicted parents often face developmental delays, physical health challenges, and behavioral problems. These children, already disadvantaged before they are even born, are at a higher risk of continuing the cycle of addiction. The future of the next generation is compromised, as the devastating effects of drug abuse ripple through families and communities, threatening the very fabric of life and continuity. The erosion of mental and cognitive abilities. Drugs have a devastating effect on the brain, leading to cognitive decline and severe mental disorders. The ability to think clearly, make decisions, and control impulses is severely impaired. Over time, long-term drug use can cause irreversible brain damage, leading to conditions like dementia, severe memory loss, and other neurological disorders. The impact on mental health is profound, extending beyond the individual to affect relationships, work, and overall quality of life. The mind, once a source of creativity, intelligence, and rationality, becomes clouded and distorted, leaving behind a shell of its former self. The potential for a bright future dims as the brain succumbs to the relentless assault of drugs. 6. the undermining of religious and moral values. Religious and moral values are often the first casualties of drug abuse. As addiction tightens its grip, individuals may turn away from their faith, engaging in behaviors that go against their beliefs and moral code. The moral compass that once guided them is lost, replaced by a desperate need to feed their addiction. The spiritual void left by drug abuse can lead to a sense of hopelessness and despair, further entrenching the cycle of addiction. Communities that once relied on shared values and religious teachings for strength and support become fractured. The erosion of these core values undermines the very foundation of spiritual and moral life, leaving individuals and communities adrift in a sea of confusion and loss. Conclusion: the impact of drugs on society, health, economic stability, reproductive health, and religious values is profound and far-reaching. The consequences extend far beyond the individual, affecting families, communities, and entire nations. It is a battle we must all fight together for the sake of our future. By raising awareness, supporting those in need, and taking collective action, we can prevent the destruction of these foundational pillars and build a world where the scourge of drugs no longer poses a threat to the essence of our lives. The path to recovery is long, but with determination and unity, we can restore the strength, health, and values that hold our society together. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you make sure to never miss the next videos.